So now I'm going to talk about how to change the transitioning from slide to slide in a SlideRocket presentation. So I have logged on to SlideRocket, I have closed my welcome screen, and now I'm on my presentation screen. I'm going to open Test Presentation 1 by clicking, and then I'm going to go up and edit so that I can make changes in the transitioning. So the presentation opens, and you'll see down at the bottom it shows the 5 slides in the presentation, and above it shows in large size the first title slide. To change the transition from slide to slide, over on the right you'll see a menu box and it says Slide Properties near the top. Down near the bottom there's a section that says Advance to Next Slide, and there are 3 different choices. You can either choose to advance on click, which means when you click the mouse it will go to the next slide, or you can choose after a certain number of seconds. It will automatically transition when you are running your presentation, or you can choose when audio video is finished. So if you have a particular audio track or video within a slide, it will wait until that is finished before it will transition to the next slide. If you choose after a certain number of seconds and you click it, then you'll see the actual number box turns white, and you can use the up and down arrows here to the right of it to change the number of seconds the slide will show before it transitions to the next slide. The other thing about transitioning is you can set a different type for each slide. So for example, for this first title slide, if I changed it to say after 5 seconds, and I leave it that way, and then I come down and I highlight slide number 2, click it, it will change to the second slide, and then again over on the right I can set the transitioning method and time from the second slide to the third slide. So for the second slide I want to transition off of it when I click, so I'll leave that choice there. Go down, pick the third slide, and the transitioning I want for this slide is after the slide has been showing for 15 seconds. And then I will come down, highlight the 4th slide, and I will say on click. If I choose when audio or video is finished, and I don't have an audio or video component on the slide, it's not going to transition correctly. So you do need to be careful about which of these 3 choices you make. Only do the ones that are applicable for that particular slide. The first on click or the second after a certain number of seconds are valid on any kind of slide, but the when audio video is finished should only be used on a slide that has an audio or video component on the slide. That's all there is to changing the transitioning slide by slide. There's also a way to set the transitioning to one type throughout the entire presentation. The way to do that is once your presentation is open, which this is, you come up and click on File, and then you come down and you choose Presentation Settings and click. And then when the Presentation Settings box opens, you will see that in the middle playback box there's a choice Advance Slides automatically after a certain number of seconds. If I click that box and put a check mark in it, and then I can set the number of seconds for each slide, let's say 15 seconds on each slide, and then you'll notice underneath there's a little note that says you can override the setting on an individual slide from the Advance on Slide properties. What that means is this: if I set the Advanced Slides automatically after 15 seconds in the presentation settings and click OK, then normally each slide in the presentation will show for 15 seconds. However, if on an individual slide, let's say slide 5, I change the transition over here on the right for that particular slide, then it would override the overall presentation transitioning time. So that's a nice feature that you can use to change things if you wish. So those are the basics of transitioning from slide to slide in SlideRocket. Not hard at all. Anybody can do it.